told you that you could feed your infant for free with the food your body makes naturally. Think about all the Chipotle burritos you could buy with that money you saved. Today, I will be talking with you about breastfeeding. Breastfeeding has been around since the beginning of mankind. Its main purpose was to nourish your offspring. Breast milk is the optimal source of nutrition for infants. If for some reason the mother was not able to feed her child, the use of a wet nurse, which is a woman who breastfeeds another's child, was the safest and most common alternative to a natural mother's breast milk. Sometimes mothers were known to die during childbirth or would have diseases that they didn't want their child to get, so that is an example of when a wet nurse would be used. There are a lot of overall benefits to breastfeeding. Cost is one of them. Formula can be very expensive, and it doesn't have the optimal nutrition that your child needs. A lot of infants on formula are more prone to getting sick because breastfeeding provides certain antibodies that protect that. So the benefit of moms or dads having to take off sick days at work can also be a cost associated with it. Also, doctor's appointments, things like that can get very costly. Also, breast milk is readily available. There's no need to wake up in the middle of the night and run out to the kitchen to get a bottle. Whenever the baby is hungry, his or her food is ready. There are a lot of health benefits for mother and baby. The Office on Women's Health states, every woman's journey to motherhood is different, but one of the first decisions a new mom makes is how to feed her child. There are a lot of recommendations associated with breastfeeding. The World Health Organization currently recommends, as a global public health recommendation, that infants be exclusively breastfed for the first 6 months of life. To achieve optimal growth, development, and health. Next up. Breastfeeding helps a mother's health and healing following childbirth. Breastfeeding leads to a lower risk of certain health problems such as type 2 diabetes, certain types of breast cancer, ovarian cancer as well. Breastfeeding your baby provides a closeness and bond. The Office of Women's Health also states that breast milk has hormones and disease-fighting cells called antibodies that help protect infants from germs and illnesses. The protection is unique and changes to meet your baby's needs. As your baby gets older, your breast milk adjusts and provides a different amount of calories and nutrition and things to keep up with the baby growing. It's a balanced meal that's easy to digest. Breast milk has an adequate source of vitamin D that no matter how far science comes, formula will never be able to replicate it. Fathers have an equally important role in breastfeeding. The support of a baby's father can help the breastfeeding relationship succeed. Babies need a lot of physical contact, and a father can be close with his child when he or she is not breastfeeding. Pumping breast milk and feeding a bottle is also another way a father can bond with his new baby. There are some obstacles involved with breastfeeding, as there are with many things. Breastfeeding in public has been a hot topic lately. A lot of people are uncomfortable with seeing a mom nurse in public. I think that has to do with society turning breasts into a sexual object and less of what their intent was, which was to nourish a newborn. There are also obstacles like a mother going back to work. Science has come a long way with technology, and so we have things like breast pumps over here in the right corner that help you be able to supply your child, and normally a mother has no issue with pumping and giving that milk to the caregiver. There are things, if you're uncomfortable with just breastfeeding in public, there are things like nursing covers, or you can get like a child's blanket to just cover over you, just a light, simple thing, and it doesn't seem to distract the baby or anyone else involved. There are a lot of resources available. LLLI stands for Leaching League International. Its mission is to help mothers worldwide to breastfeed through mother-to-mother support, encouragement, information, and education, and to promote a better understanding of breastfeeding as an important element in the healthy development of the child and mother. They have meetings that mothers and fathers can come, they can bring their infants, or support network that you can use when choosing to breastfeed. There's also a person called a doula. They're a trained and experienced professional who provides continuous physical, emotional, and informational support to the mother before, during, and just after birth, who provides emotional and practical support during the postpartum period. A doula can be a great resource as well to use when you're uncomfortable or need someone to help. There are a couple of examples that I have seen firsthand through my education as a family studies major and through my work at a daycare. In school, we've only talked about the positive things related to breastfeeding, and that may be because there are not many negative things associated with breastfeeding. I work at a daycare, and we have mothers come in and out all day to breastfeed or on lunch. We have a pump room. There are a lot of sources available at Kansas State University. We actually have a number of rooms that are dedicated specifically to pumping mothers. The topic of breastfeeding may make some uncomfortable because, like I said, breasts have turned into sexual objects by society. I hope that this has given you some information and a little bit of light into breastfeeding and how its positive nature can help you and your child and your family, and I encourage you to take a further look into it, and I hope that this has given you the information you need to make a decision when you become a parent. Thank you.